So for anybody that's watching, I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. My name is Ryan and this is RC's World. And we're just going to be doing a final review of the Mini E Revo, which is this Traxxas 1:16 scale VXL miniature truggy. And if you checked the previous video, you know I did take this around several different areas and push it to the limit. Now, in the start of the video, you'll see when it's driving around in the grass, it did flip over a couple of times, and then it ended with this the large jump on the 3S LiPo battery. And it was at that point that I took this truggy back and I had some problems with it. Basically, we had these extended wheel hubs on, and it turned out that I didn't really like them very much. What it basically did was it gave the miniature RC a really wide stance, which I thought would be great for keeping all four wheels planted on the floor, and it was, except when you tried to do turns, you know, I couldn't turn very sharp. If I did, then it would want to roll over because of the extra wide stance. And this wheel was also wobbling quite bad. And when I got this back, as it was a second-hand RC when I purchased it, there were several problems. If I take the shell off here, basically the hub that was connected, which is an extension to give it the wide stance, it was kind of jammed in there, and I had to Dremel it off, so I had to cut it in half. And in doing so, I did cut through one of the drive shafts and have to replace that. Now this did have the 4 Traxxas steel high velocity drive shafts, and because there also wasn't much oil in the springs and the oil that was inside was too light, it was causing the truggy to sit really high. So rather than sitting nice and low as it does now, you know, it was sticking up high, and it was causing these drive shafts to extend out too far. Now then, what this actually did was it forced one of the wheels and tyres to back off from the hub, and it ended up rounding it off. Now I have since replaced all these, and this is a trick that I'm going to show you of mine. Once you remove the M4 screw, you will see, if I can just get this off here, you will see what's underneath here is the 12mm hub with the hex inside. Now guys, what I do is I just place some JB Weld, which is a 2-part epoxy, which they claim bonds as strong as steel, and it certainly it does bond very well. Now I just push the hex in there and let that dry and remove any excess, just so it doesn't dry up, you know, affecting how you can apply it to the wheel, to the hub. And what this does is it prevents the hex inside from rotating around inside the wheel and rounding off the wheel, which renders it obsolete. You know, it would have ruined a set of these. So even though it had rounded off when it backed out off the drive shaft, I was able to put JB Weld in each one, and this basically just makes it completely bulletproof. And these response wheels and tyres were just brilliant, and every area that I took them. As for here, to tighten up the axle, I did put this little small metal disc. It's like a washer, which we call a shim, and that basically just prevents any movement, or at least minimises it. So I did have a few problems here. Overall, how did it drive? I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Once I removed the wide stance and I put the new thicker oil in the shocks and it was more planted, everything just came together. I did take out to, as you can see, the red gravel, and it ran absolutely brilliant. It was super fast, especially on the 3S LiPo. And when I took it to the skate park, it endured massive amounts of impact. As you can see, the plate did a good job of protecting the chassis at the front and on the rear. There's some damage there, but everything survived. Now the only thing that did happen was when the RC kept landing on the front with a few crashes, it did split this sort of brace which holds onto the front bumper, and it did damage these 2 clips that insert in here. So this whole front section is now pretty much useless. I just had to remove that. Ordered up some new pieces just to bring it back up to scratch. Some scrapes on the wing and the wheelie bar. But overall guys, I thought this ran absolutely perfect. The shell even held up great, you know, a couple of small marks here. There's a couple of small cracks. But all in all guys, I would completely recommend this RC. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and as I said, I do have some custom footage to come with a customised shell and some more small changes to be made to this. But overall, it was a great run, and we'll be moving on to the next RC very soon. So for anyone that's watching, I'd like you to like and subscribe, and look out for more great footage. Thanks for watching.